So I'm a big fan of trainer ones, and this is another pair that I found for cheap on ASOS. So I decided to pick them up, and it was literally like I think £40, and you can't really go wrong with that, even if the quality of these aren't that great. And it's the Air Trainer one in Limestone Valerian blue. And what I'm a fan of with like most of these types of trainers is this isn't like an OG colorway, but it's because it's got a lot of sort of tan and brown hints on there. I like these types of trainers where they have that kind of color blocking, and then this one's no different. And the sort of suede on this is quite nice actually. It's not like smooth suede where it's got that sort of brushy effect, but it is quite sort of hairy suede, and it does feel quite sort of soft to the touch, which is really nice, and quite sort of premium as well, I guess. However, these leather panels here, this one on sort of the toe guard area and up here, I have another pair that I've got the sort of navy joints, and they're the OG ones. Those pretty much crumpled up very quickly, and it looks like I've been wearing them for like 3 or 4 years rather than the year and a bit that I have been wearing them, sort of quite sort of sparingly. But obviously for £40 you can't really go wrong with a pair like this, and if you're a fan of trainer ones, then you probably pick quite a few up along the way, and this one's no exception for me, so I kind of like it, and it'll sort of be a nice one to sort of wear once I've sort of worn the Shima ones that I have at the moment, which I'm kind of wearing at the moment as basically the trainer ones. But I do like these, and I like the strap on these, and the whole sort of, they were made by like Tinker Hatfield as well. And I also like this kind of outrigger that they've got going on here. It just makes it look more rugged and cool on foot. I don't think nowadays the traction is like the most greatest of things, but it still works pretty well. So overall, I think for £40, it's a good buy in my opinion.
So here are the details for the Nike Air Trainer 1 Limestone Valerian Blue. Comes in a Limestone Valerian Blue colourway, and these have a polyurethane sole with an airbag unit in the heel, and it's made up of all leather materials, and the price was £110. So with the comfort and sizing, these are on the medium to firm side, and it does have sort of quite a flat sole. As it sits sort of low to the ground, it basically means that you get a lot of ground feel, and which is not a bad thing, and also it does feel sort of comfortable at the same time. It feels quite sort of soft and plush on foot, not to the point of it being like a modern day runner, but there is a bit of give there, similar to like a Jordan 3 in my eyes. And I think the wearing time for these is probably around the 6 to 10 hours. The leather on this is more of a synthetic nature, so it takes a little while to sort of wear in and get sort of good to go in terms of like feeling more comfortable. And true to size does work on these as well, so I tend to just go up half size because I just like extra room in the width area. And this also has a good grip. I wouldn't say it's excellent, but it works well in kind of autumn winter time. But I wouldn't say it's extremely good, but it's mainly because it's quite sort of stable and flat on foot. So with the look and style, I do like the classic and timeless design of these, and with the sort of 4-foot strap, it just looks cool and a product of the 80s. And I also like the fact that it was originally designed as a weightlifting gym trainer shoe, so that's the reason for the 4-foot strap, and it's supposed to have given you sort of lockdown feel, and that's the reason why it sits sort of lower to the ground, but just gives you that sort of air unit to allow for sort of stability and cushioning and shock absorption. And I do like the sort of neutral colours on this in the sense that it's got a nice sort of brown colour, which is great for sort of the sort of spring, autumn and winter time. And these ones, I think you can sort of rock them casually and smart casual. They have that kind of almost sort of shoe trail like vibe to them, with like the outrigger, and it's quite sort of aggressive looking sneaker at the same time. And you can go with the white laces that come with it, but brown would also work, and blue, and also sail. So with the final thoughts, I like the neutral colours on this, and just the combination of the blue and the brown and the white. And the suede material on this is really nice as well. And like I said earlier, an Air Trainer 1 is a timeless trainer. It's not for everyone, but if you're a child of the 80s and early 90s, you probably love this. In terms of cons, the cost, so at £110 you're not getting very good leather, and also the leather quality itself, it's very poor, the synthetic material, and it'll look a bit worse for wear very, very quickly. So that's my only sort of gripe with this particular pair. And the ratings I give the look and style for this a 4 out of 5. I love the way the Air Trainer 1 looks, and I think if it was an OG I'd be giving it a 5 out of 5, but because this is just an adapted colourway, I've given it a 4. And I don't think it looks as nice as some of the OG colourways. And with the comfort I give that a 4 as well. Like I say, it sits low to the ground, but it very much feels like a Jordan 3, but without the sort of chunky midsole, but the same sort of comfort as that. And the quality, I only give it a 3. I was willing to sort of give it a 2, but I think a 3 is a good one for this because of the fact that the suede material is actually really nice. So the sneaker is that sort of a contrast with itself, with the suede being of really good, being of good quality, and then the leather being of poor quality. And the pricing, I give that a 4. I think it's priced a little too high for what you get, but you know, if you find them on sale like I did, then it's definitely worth it. And then overall, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. Like I think with trainer ones, they're for a particular person, a particular market, and for me, I love them, and I think they're really cool. But I understand why a lot of people aren't sort of too fussed about owning a pair of these. But I really like them, and especially for the price that I've got them for, I'm kind of happy.